Allison. In today's episode, we're going to be talking about the 7 deadly sins of running an online store. But I've gotten lots of requests for a house tour since we've moved to Puerto Rico. So I was like, why don't I just choose 7 spots in the house to describe the 7 deadly sins. This would be the front entry. Guess what? We just moved in this house 2 weeks ago. So we're still trying to put all sorts of shenanigans together. I'm gonna sit on the couch so I don't trip. You getting a little seasick here? All right, here we go. So the number 1 sin is thinking that you have to start off by selling to your friends and your family. That's exactly why I wanted to start an online business, because I didn't want to have to sell to my friends and family to make this really uncomfortable situation come every family gathering, right? So a few months into my journey of selling products online, my sister-in-law came up to me and was like, Allison, have you heard of this new store called Pick Your Plum? And I was like, a little bit nervous. If she had a bad experience and she'd been like, blah, 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 or if she had a good experience, she would be super excited about it. So I replied neutral and said, why don't you tell me about it? She went on to say how great this new online store was and the products were priced amazing, but you had to get there early or they would sell out. And she went on and on and on. And I started smiling by the time she took her first breath. And that's when my brother walked into the room grumbling and saying, oh, I don't like that Pick Your Plum shop, because every time I pull out my credit card, all I see is a charge from Pick Your Plum, Pick Your Plum, Pick Your Plum. And I burst into laughter, and I admitted that it was my online store. My sister-in-law freaked out, and my brother looked me straight in the face and said, Allison, I never want to talk to you again unless you can block my credit card from your store. It's true. You really can start a business without having to have that, you want to buy from me feeling of selling to friends and family. You can actually go incognito and not even let them know that it's your business. Now, yes, there's absolutely pros and cons of being the face of your business or not being the face of your business. But if this is your excuse for not starting an online business, well, push it out of the way, because you literally do not have to be the face of your business. And if you're like, Allison, you probably just got so lucky building your first business without your face. Well, guess what? I actually did an undercover business just to prove that you don't even need a social account. It's kind of noisy upstairs, and I'll take you up there and show you that they're building furniture in just a second. Anyway, I went on to build an undercover business just to show people you don't have to have these massive, huge Facebook accounts. In fact, when I started this business, yes, I did set up a Facebook page just to claim the name, but I only have a handful of followers, which it's like my mom and my sister. By year 2, it went on to make over $1 million in sales. In fact, it was $1,154,695. I had to look at my notes because it was such a big number. And remember my mom and my sister following me on that page? I guarantee they did not buy $1 million worth of product. Take that thought right out of your brain of thinking you need to sell to friends and family and kick it right out of the equation. And you get to build your business the way that you want to. You can be the face of your brand and sell to friends and family, or you can go incognito and never tell a soul. In fact, right before I started recording this video, I got a screenshot from a gal named Shay Lee, who I have been teaching, and look what she said. She said that she's almost at $10,000 for the month and still hasn't even told any of her friends and her family. Doesn't just work for me, guys, it works for others, and it can work for you too. Okay, now we're gonna go on to number 2, but I'm gonna walk you through. We're actually gonna head over to the kitchen, and you'll notice the big, huge, look at this TV. It's like life size over here. Yes, the house did come furnished with furniture and a ginormous jumbotron. All right, so we're heading into the kitchen right now. We got little guys back here playing Play-Doh. And let's go on to the second sin. Is it too messy?
No, all you can see is the island, the towel, and the jug, and the plate, and the wipe, and a little bit of the JCPenney bag, and the white rag next to the paper towels.
Okay, yes, I did have to push pause to clean up the kitchen a little bit. It's real life. Okay, the second deadly sin is commitment issues. You know when you find the perfect product online, let's say lipstick, you put it in your cart and then you go to check out. But there's a big red flag on the computer that says that you have to sign up and make an account with them. And the only way that you're able to check out is if you create an account with them. Making it mandatory for someone to create an account with you is a very fast way to get people to leave the cart and go somewhere else. Because sometimes people have commitment issues and it's okay. Don't make them get married to you. Maybe they just want to take you out on a date. And making them commit right away, it's like throwing a ring on their finger. Like, check out Crate & Barrel. You see how they give you options? You can create an account, you can check out as a guest, you can log in. There are beautiful options. Use them. And I want to show you in Shopify how that you can set that up too, so that you're not forcing people to get married right away. If you're using Shopify, you just come right down here to your settings and then go to checkout and then customer accounts right here. You've got 3 options. Accounts are disabled, accounts are optional, and accounts are required. Choose the optional section. This one, you don't want. This one, you don't want. Choose the middle one. By giving them the option to check out as a guest, it's kind of like you're putting them in the friend zone, which is a good thing in the online world because then you get to send them your product, you get to send them emails to make them fall in love with you so that they'll want to commit to that marriage later on. Let's go outside. Come on out. So this is a bit of our oasis right here. Come join me in the swimming pool because it's hot out here. Look at this beautiful place. Like there's a swimming pool in the backyard. There's a golf course right there. That's the beautiful thing about being able to start your own business is you get to make the rules. So if you want to live somewhere in the world that's dreamy, you get to do it. Okay, so let's dive into number 3. Only your mom uses it. You know at the bottom of a website how they've got this little box that says enter in your email? Newsflash, no one except your mom is gonna put their email in that box. The only reason why they scroll to the bottom of your page anyway is to find out how to contact you for a refund or contact support for some other reason. Not a lot of people head to the bottom of the page. Remember the huge commitment issue I talked about on the second deadly sin? Well, it's the same thing with asking someone for their email address. You're asking them to commit to something that they don't even know what they're committing to. How many times they're gonna get emailed? Are they gonna be sold to all the time? No, they just don't want it. Now to get them to give you their email, you actually have to give first for them to give back in return. If you're like, hey, sign up and get a discount, or sign up and get a free PDF to X, Y, and Z, the chances of them giving you their email and making that commitment go a lot higher. And it can be anything from like how to cool down on a hot summer day, or how to get stains out of your kids' clothing. If you're a clothing line selling little kids' clothes, what happens? Little kids get stains. Help them with their pain point. When you give to your future customers, they're going to happily sign up for that email, and you can create that long-term commitment with them. All right, let's go inside. It's hot out here. Yeah, it's Saturday cleaning day. Apparently we haven't gotten to the clean part. Come on in, and you will see we've got more boxes to the left. We just got our IKEA order, and Michaela, who's nicely holding
Hello.
the camera, has been putting together bed frames left and right. Come around here. This is what I've been using for my office space. The lighting makes me happy. So we're gonna dive in to number 4. The 4th deadliest e-commerce sin is don't make them pay for the ketchup and the straws. Have you ever heard the story about restaurants keeping their prices super low on their food, but then charging for the ketchup and the straws? Well, let me just tell you the ending of that story. It ticks customers off. And I don't want you to do that. And how I want to relate this is to shipping products to your customer. Your customers are going to need the product shipped to them, just like they need a straw for their drink or ketchup for their French fries. But with shipping, you don't need to be excessive. Keep shipping costs low and don't turn it into a money grab. People don't like to pay big, huge prices for shipping. My sweet spot for smaller items is anywhere from $3.99 to $5.99. And if it's a large or heavy item, I'll go clear up to $9.99 or $12.99. But what I first like to try and do is offer free shipping. And how I do that is I will put the cost of the shipping into my product price. So let's say my product price is normally $9.99 and I charge $4.99 in shipping. What I'll do is I'll go up to $14.99 and charge free shipping. There's something magical about adding free shipping into your products that helps to convert more. Now, you can always add priority shipping as an upgrade, but don't try and nickel and dime them on the shipping costs because they actually really need you to ship it to them so they can put it in their hands. All right, let's move on to the next part of the house, the stairs. I know, pretty exciting, right? But check them out. They're kind of pretty, even with fingerprints on them. And a box of Legos at the bottom. Number 5. I term this one, hello, is it me you're looking for? I can see it in your eyes, but I really won't. Okay, adding a chat box to your site, like the bottom lower hand corner that pops up and says, hey, can I help you? Is gonna help your customers from having to dig through your site to try and find an email, open up their email provider, and then email you a question and then hope to get a response 24 to 48 hours later. Let it be easy for your customers. And guess what? Putting that chat box on your site for them to be able to directly communicate with you, bum, 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 you can do it for free. And I will leave a link down below for you to be able to get access to the chat box that I use on my site for free. Yay! We like free stuff, right? The one that I've been using is called Pure Chat. And what happens is when your customers come to the site and they get stuck or they have a question, they can easily ask that question in that box, helping with conversions, because it can automatically come to your phone or to your desktop as a notification so that you can respond back. And if you're like, oh my gosh, that would completely overwhelm me because I've already got a bajillion things going on, you can either hire it out or there's something else that's crazy magical about it. You can put on there, email me. So you don't have to sit at your computer 24 hours a day, 7 days a week in anticipation of when your customer's gonna ask you a question. You can just have it open when you're working in your power hours or when you're working some other time during the day so that you can respond quickly. And then when you do step away, let's say to take a dive in the swimming pool and you can't be there watching your computer, feel free to put it on email me and I'll get back to you right away. That's just another way of letting them know that there's a friend on the other side that's willing to help them. It totally increases conversions. You should try it because guess what? It's free. All right, now we're gonna go up the stairs and we're gonna talk about the 6th one. So here's the cute little sitting area and you can see makes a mama's heart so happy when the Wii controllers are left out. I love my kids.
None of that was me.
So this is kind of the play area that overlooks the downstairs and where we throw our boxes off the side so we don't have to carry them downstairs. Number 6. Do you see the stars? Not being able to add customer reviews to your site is a huge deadly sin to your e-commerce business. If you don't start building those good reviews, then the day that you get in a horrible review, it's gonna tank the way that your site feels and looks, right? Have you ever gone to an Amazon store and it's like 1 star and you're like, no, thank you. But then you go to other stores that have thousands of reviews and they are still having 5-star reviews, even though there's like a handful of negative reviews. It's because those positive reviews help dilute out those negative reviews. Reviews that are negative are a guarantee in your business. No matter what you do, people are human. There's been times in my business before where we've gotten a 1 star and their review was, the product was perfect, I just wanted blue. But they ordered pink. I don't know how we're supposed to read their mind, right? But those reviews were diluted because we had so many positive reviews on the site that it really didn't matter. And the app that I choose to use on my Shopify store for that is something called Judge.me. And guess how much that one costs? Free $99. Let's go on to number 7, the last deadly sin. Walk with me this way down the hall of bedrooms. Push pause because I gotta find which room is the most presentable. And they chose the boys' room because their beds are all put together, where the rest of them, not so much. Remember, we're week 2 of this house, but I think we're doing pretty darn good. Okay, number 7. I actually titled this one, yeah, the adult diaper pill that you ordered. What? I know, watch this video. So Jared and I found out last week that our credit card was stolen. That's nice. By someone who bought, you ready for it? This is what they bought with our credit card. Odor-free receptacle, ideal for adult-free disposal. Say goodbye to unpleasant odors. Or what about the time the credit card company called you and said, did you just order a flat screen from Target and a whole bunch of diapers 3 states away? No, that didn't, oh, that was us again. Has your credit card ever been stolen? Well, when you go or your customers go online to buy, give them the assurance that their credit cards are not going to be stolen. Put up the verification badges. Give them the assurance by putting up those symbols to let them know that your site is secure. Now, if you're using something called Shopify, your site's gonna be secure. They have put in prevention measures to make sure that all that credit card information stays safe to keep you and your customers happy shoppers. All right, so those were the 7 deadly sins of e-commerce. Now, if you want the list, all you have to do is click down below, leave a comment, click the link, and I will send a free PDF to your inbox so that you can check off and make sure you've got every single one of those on your site ready to go. And I hope you like this home tour. Yes, we're still getting moved in. Yes, we're buried up to our neck in boxes, but you know what? It's kind of cool that we're able to live on an island because we choose to in Puerto Rico, to have adventures with our family. Why? Because we created a business around the lifestyle that we wanted. And I want to encourage you to do that too. Go out, live your dreams. That's what we're meant to do on this earth, not be cramped up in some little place and just dream of everything. Live your dream. Building businesses allow you to do that. If you want more information how to get started, there's gonna be links up above, down below too, to go watch the masterclass that I teach to help you get started on your way. So click those links. There's a whole bunch here, a whole bunch of goodness, and I'll see you on the inside. Bye.